What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Light back here with my YouTube video. And in today's video, we got the Bad Batch episode number 14 War Mantle review here on the channel. And it just so happens that it is the season finale. So quickly before we start the video, I just want to say spoilers ahead for the Bad Batch TV show. So if you haven't seen it or the latest episode, click off the video now and come back if you want. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So, finally, after 14 weeks, 14 episodes, or actually technically 13 weeks, the Bad Batch season finale has finally aired, and I thought it was a pretty good finale. Very unpredictable, but it's very interesting in a sense. And it does set up well for maybe a season 2 if they get one. So, anyways, let's get into this. So, quickly, I'll give a synopsis. So, we see the Bad Batch as they get a mission from Rex to basically save a clone off a planet in the Outer Rim, and they don't know what's happening until they find out that the clone is stationed in in a secret base in the Outer Rim, basically, where they are training the next generation of stormtroopers. But anyways, that's basically it. Let's get into my thoughts. Now, first of all, we saw Gregor, which is very good. I wanted to see him in the show, so I'm happy to see him join up with Rex, hopefully. So that was interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At first, I thought it was Hauser that was there, the one from Rylot, just because they have similar haircuts. So I was thinking that, but then I realized, oh damn, that's Gregor. So I was pretty excited to see him. I'm a huge fan of him from Rebels and everything. He's definitely a very interesting clone trooper. Even in the show too, he's like, I survived getting blown up, because if you remember in one of the episodes of Clone Wars, the ship blew up and everyone thought he was dead. Well, at least I kind of did, and they never really said anything until now, so that was interesting as well. Uh, I thought that was pretty interesting. We also got our first look at these newer formed stormtroopers. We're seeing what's going down at Camino. That was pretty interesting. We see commandos. So yeah, first of all, let's get my thoughts on these new stormtroopers. I really liked how they're transitioning more into stormtroopers, and they're getting a bit more of like themes of they're getting ditched behind. These clones are getting ditched behind, and all this. So that's what's happening. As you could see, if you watched it, you would have seen that these stormtroopers are basically they're getting trained by commando troopers. Which, if you don't know, commando troopers are like one of the best clone troopers. Like they're like the equivalent of elite slash death troopers in the Empire. So that's another thing as well. I thought that was really good and interesting. I mean, very interesting to see what was going on. You could also see like when Tech took off one of their helmets, like these are not clone troopers, and then they were realizing what's happening, and they're basically essentially getting replaced and everything. The next thing to talk about is kind of like the Camino stuff. We also saw that these Caminos are finally understanding what's going on with the Empire, and how they basically just made themselves die essentially, because the Empire doesn't want to work with them, and the Empire knows what they're capable of. So they're not just gonna let them just walk off. That's what they kind of were preparing. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen to the Prime Minister. We kind of saw like the medical officer get arrested. I don't know what for. I don't know what's happening to the Prime Minister. Which either he's gonna die or what's gonna happen. I was fully expecting him to probably die when I saw that. But personally, I'm still holding out. I want to hopefully see, definitely in season 2, I want to see maybe a Camino's last stand, and they clone some secret clones and they fight the Empire. Like, that's personally, I really hope that happens in season 2, if there is one. So I'm excited to see where that goes. We also saw towards the end too, in the big fight scene towards the end, we saw Hunter get captured as he just fell, and he got captured. Uh, so yeah, that happens as well. I don't know if I'm gonna do a whole video just saying what I want to see next season. I'll probably do that in a few weeks' time. Next week I'll do the full season review. Uh, like the action for this episode was very good as well. I just have one thing, like why were they using stun guns? That's just my curious question. Like I saw Wrecker wasn't using a stun gun; he was actually shooting them and killing them, whereas like Hunter and Tech and Echo were all using stun guns. So that's a little bit weird in my opinion, but oh well. Uh, I did also like the episode where like it's showcasing these clones, what they're kind of learning and stuff like that, and some of them are kind of lost and everything. So that's interesting as well. It kind of gives me hope. Maybe we'll see some more defective clones eventually in the show, which I hope we see more of. Overall, in terms of season finale wise, I thought it was very interesting. It was very unpredictable, I must say. I mean, there wasn't a huge showdown with Crosshair on Hunter or something like that, but I mean, it still was interesting. I did think it did a decent finale, especially it left on a cliffhanger. Like I'm fully expecting this episode kind of set up a lot of things for season 2 if they have it, especially with the Camino stuff, Hunter being captured. Because I know eventually the Bad Batch are gonna return there to find them. Hopefully maybe with Rex or something. So that's just what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure exactly when we'll probably expect the season 2, if there is one, because they still I don't think they even renewed it yet. But I'm thinking if they were to make a season 2, I would think maybe uh, probably 2023. That's my honest guess because they have so many Star Wars shows that are supposed to come out, and yet they just haven't been working on. I'm pretty sure Dave Filoni's kind of busy working on Mandalorian stuff. I don't know if he's doing Book of Boba Fett too, so he might be doing that as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that has to factor in and stuff like that. But I'm very hopeful for the show. I very much hope for a season 2 for the show. A lot of stuff unanswered here, but anyways, and also final thing. Another thing I was very curious about is what is Rex up to? Like he seems to always be like running from something or trying to fight something. So I'm very curious to see what he is up to these days, especially when he just called the Bad Batch to help get Rager. They he was like running from something or something like that. So yeah. Anyways, my overall rating is probably easy 10 out of 10. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.